Hello there. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the sizzling program, Unfiltered. And let me, even before I introduce my guest, let me announce that this Unfiltered program will be the last one for this year when it comes to Unfiltered. And so many Happy New Year in advance and all that. But this is the last Unfiltered for the year. And for the last Unfiltered for the year, I couldn't have asked for a better guest. I am actually at the residence of a man that I have respected so much for so long. In short, you can call him a man to respect. He's what we call an old general. And every time I call him, I tease and say, "Hey, old general, old generals don't die." And he says, "Well, old generals don't die, but we fade." Anyway, I'm in the presence and I'm proud to be in the presence today to pick this man's ideas, man. I mean, I think he's almost 90 years, if not. So to sit down with him and pick his brains is an honor and a privilege. So, folks, on Unfiltered today, I have the great, the honorable, the indefatigable General Nunoo-Mensah. General, yes. Welcome to the show. Well, let me say, I'm glad to be in your house to welcome you to the show.
You're always welcome to be in my house. Not only you, everybody is welcome to be in my house. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you wonder whether I'm a man of security, because there's no security in my house.
I know. We just drove in. Every time I come here.
That's right. I didn't believe in that kind of security. You know, when I had done no wrong to anyone to want to harm me.
Sometimes you
may not.
You may not know who has taken some.
Yes, you're very right. I mean, a few days ago, when this actor in Hollywood was murdered.
Yeah, Bob Reiner.
Bob Reiner with his wife. By no other person but his son.
Yeah.
So then, who will not? I mean, so you are right in saying that, because
you never know where it's coming from.
You never know where it's coming from. But when you're a man of God, so many things happen in your life, and you wonder why this happened.
Mm.
It's been a long life. Like you're right in saying around 90 is a long time. And things have happened over this whole, even a day. This is not happening a day, let alone 90
years.
A lot has happened. And you've learned a lot. A lot.
Before you go to the many things you have learned, I just want to ask a quick question to start with. You're almost 90 or maybe 90. And it has been said that when you get to this age, wabobra, you've finished everything, you go to sleep and you sleep soundly. But when I talk to you, I get the feeling that some things keep you awake. And what is it that keeps you awake, General?
Before I come to things that keep me awake, let me talk about things that keep me asleep.
Okay, what keeps you asleep?
Not long ago, I had never slept like this before. Almost 8 hours without waking up.
Really?
Then I said, I was asleep, so much asleep that I thought I was dead. Then I said to myself, in my sleep, if the death was like that, I want to die now. Because it was so lovely. I was so at peace with myself. And I said, in my sleep, I said, look, if death was like this, then I want to die now. But I was at peace with myself.
Okay.
That's about the positive side.
Okay.
The negative side is, at my age, look at the world and say, why is the world getting so nasty? It wasn't like this.
The world is getting nasty.
Very nasty.
And it bothers you?
It bothers me. It bothers me, not me personally. But as you said, my life is coming to an end, whether you like it or not. But those I'm leaving behind, how are they going to cope with this boisterous, mad world? I'm thinking about them. Why I should, I don't know. I shouldn't. But, I see a young man.
So it worries you that
the world
you leave behind a world that is in turmoil, more or less?
Yes, it's simple. And that worries me, because when I see what happened in Bondi in Australia a few days ago, then I see what's happening in Gaza, not far from, next to Israel. And the killing in Lebanon, and the killing going on. I said, but it is the world that I came to live in. It looked different. So thank God that my time is coming to No, to be honest with you, so I want to go and rest. But then I worry about those that I'm leaving behind. How are they going to cope? And that shouldn't worry me, but it worries me.
Let me quickly. Do you think those that you are leaving behind have a problem with coping, or they have adjusted and they are seeing the world as, hey, this is how the world is, because they missed your days when there was discipline? They have no clue that once upon a time there was respect for the elderly and all those things. So they are in a different world altogether. Do you think that this is their generation and they don't even worry?
They don't even
because you're worried about them?
Yes. My generation, the generation of a caring generation, and I'm still living with that. Unfortunately, I'm living with that. There was a time when I used to come to Accra with my mother, walking to the Lorry Park, Macaulay and so on, and I'd be following her. I remember very well. I was a young boy. And I used to get angry with my mother because she'd be stopping and dishing out coins to those beggars. Cocoa board, then turning the regional police headquarters, left to the cap, all Macaulay right there. And I had to get angry. But I was hungry, tired, and my mother was wasting my time feeding people. But I didn't understand until later in my life. I began to understand what she did and how it
What was it you understood that she was doing?
I didn't understand at that time. But today, if you saw my mother, in fact, you wouldn't know, you wouldn't whether. But if you saw what she did and what I'm doing today, as if it was a copycat, not knowing that she was indoctrinating me with her vision of life, without me knowing.
She was making you care for things?
Care for people. She was making me do things that, look, when you look at a small a chicken with small chicks, when the mother chicken finds some food, doesn't eat it. Leave it for the chick to pick it up. This chick, when it grows up, behaves like the mother hen. So what I'm saying is that things are happening to us which affect generations yet unborn, but they're not being affected. And I fear that one of these days, in 1962, I was in Sandhurst. I never dreamt I would even come to Accra, let alone go to Sandhurst. And Kennedy was the president and nearly went to war, a world war, with Nikita Khrushchev. But the Russians, then the Soviet Union, together then, had positions, some missiles, medium-range missiles, in Cuba, not far from Florida, 90 miles away. And Kennedy was so angry and openly ordered the American Army and Navy to sink any Russian ship that was crossing the Atlantic to Cuba. This was a pretext for war. And somehow Khrushchev saw the writing on the wall and pulled the ship back, not to cross a certain line. If he had gone, I am quite sure Kennedy there would have been a world war. I was a president then. But today, similar things are happening. Look at Trump, and then the Chinese they are behaving to me more calmly, more sensibly. But Putin and in fact, Western Europe and America is in a mess. And if you didn't handle it properly, carefully, it could easily be misthought of something, and then it can explode.
Before you go, so you're saying that back in those days, Khrushchev, he sort of was wise enough to know, don't push it.
Exactly.
To avoid a war.
Exactly.
But these days,
no,
they don't
take
care.
a risk. And one of you can slip and fall and create a havoc. And then in 1963, somehow, I had qualified from Sandhurst, came to Ghana, and went to do a course in Soviet Union, in Moscow, precisely Moscow, for 6 months. When I was there, on November 23rd, 1963, Kennedy was shot by Lee Harvey Oswald in Dallas and killed. And I saw Khrushchev come on television and openly wept.
Really?
There was humanity in him.
Khrushchev wept. This is news to
I
me.
saw it with my, not that I heard, I saw it on television. Shed tears for Kennedy.
Wow.
You see, these days, they were more. I mean, when I say intelligence, I mean, I don't know, maybe our intelligence is going down. Maybe because of diet, food we eat, I don't know. But we don't have, when I look at the military, for example, today, those are met in the army. We are better educated today than then. But they were, you may not know, people like General SJ02, MA02, Aferi. All these were from the mountains here. And they were not ordinary people, to my mind.
What was making that breed of people more intelligent, and as you are suggesting, they were better military people than what we have today? What is making them that,
yes,
or what made them that?
I believe that they were better managed by society.
Meaning,
I went to a school. It was Master Tieko from Tutu in the mountains here. Our headmaster, middle school, 1951. And so they were hard men. It would be raining. Tieko would be standing in the rain, getting wet. So he's not standing sitting in an air-conditioned car. He's going through the hell with you. He's also getting wet. So why do you complain? Sorry, why do you complain? You can't complain. Society managers like themselves. You know, and that is why today people like myself, we almost ran out. In fact, my classmates in 1951, you can't count more than 5 alive today.
your classmates,
Yes.
they are less than 5, or they are 5.
If I can count them. Don Arthur, you should know Dr. Don Arthur. With a little boy, he was the smallest of the lot. I had gone to see fishing and so on. I said, I was tired of fishing. So let's go to have some education. But his father was educated, brought him there. He's about 86 now, but he was the smallest. Those of us who came from the fishing community, you have to put your hand across your head and touch your ear.
To qualify for
not
school.
with the left hand. Yes, left hand, they will whip you with the right hand. Because today we are a lot of left-handed people. For some reason, they thought that was not right to do things with your left. So they whip you for using your left. Today, a lot of left. Obama was left-handed. I've seen many of them. In my days, they will whip you to change it. So they crudely, they disciplined us very crudely, but they were doing the right thing.
So your view is that the disciplining, as much as it was crude, was needed?
Was needed. It was needed. I mean, to me, because as a child, you don't know your right from your left. Society then manage you. And everybody thought it was his duty. I'll give an example. In 1962, I'm going front and backwards. I was at Sandhurst. I never dreamed I would go there. I never dreamed, because I was going to some stupid school, and I didn't think that with people from Fancy Machimota, Pemper College, I decided that I got a chance to go to Army and get to Sandhurst. Then, Christmas 1962, a certain lady, Miss whatever his name was, arranged for me to live with a family. A place called Forfar, not far from Aberdeen, in Scotland. Now, this man for many years was in the Gold Coast and stationed at Winneba. And I went to live, he was a young man. Now he was married with young daughters, 18 and so on and so on. And I went to live with him. And they were arguing about English grammar. And at a lunchtime, like we sit here, and the father told them to keep quiet and said to them, young ladies, there were 3 girls. When I was in the Gold Coast in those days, they spoke better English than we did. They spoke better English. So keep quiet. And then he asked me, Joseph, tell these girls the better expression, the correct expression. And I told them. And she said, that is right. A bush Winneba fisherman's son teaching English people how to speak their language. We were respected. We were. There was quality everywhere. Nobody cared. Tieku, we thought Tieku was wicked. It wasn't wicked. It was hardening us, toughening us up. The word is rough and tough. It's rough. But I think that also partly my generation, our fault. We went through hell. We didn't want our children to go through the same hell we went through. So we made things a bit soft. It was wrong.
You think that was wrong?
Was wrong.
For example, today, Mr. Tieku, the disciplinarian, as you see him, who wanted to do things well, he himself was in the rain, quote unquote, who bond road for you not to come in the rain?
Exactly.
You know. But can you imagine today if some teacher or whatever has kids in the rain and he is standing in the rain, somebody can say, "Child, I'll take you to court, you've given my son a cold." And there could be a lawsuit. Do you think things are getting better or they are getting worse?
I'm not far from Burma camp. I see things I wonder. Is this Burma camp? I lived there for a long time. This area, this house, about 50 years ago, I lived here. And I see things that what I call nauseating. They are sickening. But I can't open my mouth.
Like what?
There's a Benz car here. The Benz car, 50 years old.
50 years old.
Yes, if
That's
I
your
put a
car.
battery on it, it was parked. I used to drive it to work. I chief for defense staff. My official car wasn't roadworthy. Today, they'll give me a Land Cruiser, brand new one, and tell me we are hungry, we don't have money to build houses for our schools. I got a call yesterday with the best secondary school. I built a block there. Mr. Kwame,
You also built the police station as well.
police station in Saban, but swimming all over the place. I thought I was a madman. I wasn't a madman. I was trying to help build a better society for the future. So nobody cares. Nobody cares only for himself.
You said something quite interesting that your Mrs. Mensah was 50 years old.
It's 3 years.
Yeah.
I was having it.
You're having it. And that's what you used as a...
When my official car was used by Akufo, by about 3-4 CDS, pass on. We were not like today. Today we are material minded. I want this, I want the Land Cruiser. No, it's not, it wasn't. And this is what we were brought up with. Why should I go and buy a Land Cruiser when I could drive my... if I put a battery on it right now, it will start. So our attitudes have changed. Our tastes have changed. Today, not long ago, how many weeks, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, young girls going to Airwork Stadium to be recruited. What happened? It was a disaster. It was stampede. They were crushed to death. In my time, you see, things have gone bad. The army came for me. I didn't come for the army. I've never given anybody 1 peso as an inducement.
So in those days, for example, how did the army identify somebody like you and say, let's recruit this guy, he has the
Potential.
capabilities?
What the army did, I don't know how that happened, but a man called W.W. Stalibras, he came to teach at science, so I know him pretty well. There were 2 young captains. They came round to certain schools. Nkrumah wanted to expand the military. We become independent. The military was still controlling and they had a problem with the military leadership. Nkrumah was controversial. I think he wanted to move certain direction. The British wouldn't allow him because they were controlling the military. The Congo War had started. Wanted to have African policy, helping Lumumba and others. They wouldn't allow him. So he took a decision to weed them out and blow up the military. So a team came to my school. I hadn't thought of the military at all. About late 59, the exam was early, middle of June 60. I didn't have education earlier. I went to school, I was almost 20 when I went to secondary school. Today they are going, little boys and girls. So they convinced me.
So they came to the school?
They came to school and told me, look, think about the military. It's a good profession, a good career. In your plan, think about it. So then I began to think about it. So when I finished my O-level at Makwala, did O-level at Makwala here in Accra, staying with a carpenter cousin of mine, mosquitoes feeding on me the whole night. It's amazing I didn't even get malaria. But the bodies were toughened up in those days. They all die of malaria. So ended up in the military. to meet people from all the good schools, Ashmont and Fancy at the Southern College.
So not to cut you off, everybody you met there sort of like recruited the same way. People came there to identify them. And
I don't know whether they went everywhere.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe they don't go everywhere.
But
they all came together, had a massive exam at Burma Hall, not far from here. And they actually chose them. A good quality team of young people. They may be doing the same thing. The numbers have increased, now. And we don't have enough room for young people to move into. This is one of our biggest problems we have. The governments everywhere don't tell the whole truth. Governments everywhere don't tell the whole truth. They are economical with the truth. So they recruit, about, it's 4,000, I heard something like that. To my mind, to be honest with you, we don't need soldiers today.
You don't need them?
No. The money being used to train people to just work as soldiers, to do what? You need to invest in some other areas. The military is okay enough to go to Boko and sort out Boko, the issue with Boko, with whatever. No. So there are ideas that some of us citizens looking to the past and looking to the present. We can express our views may not be the right one, but the way we think. And I think that the government has a duty to sometimes interact with some of these old people. There's a man called Kofi, BNI Sharp. I don't know whether you ever one of these old people. We are fading out. So it's about time the government sat down with some of us and judge over the issues that we are facing and hear the views of the ordinary old men who are almost passing out. Otherwise, I'm afraid the future wouldn't look that brilliant for us.
Do you think perhaps that if the government sits down with, like you said, old men who have seen right now, considering the gravity of the difference between your days and the days now, do you think they can get something substantial? For example, I'm sure in your time when we talk about the youth unemployment level was nowhere near what we have today. So for now, it is advisable for a government to try and find employment for the youth. And if it happens to be the army, so be it. They are not thinking because private sector is not employing, the government doesn't have room. So have circumstances changed so much that your reality from back in the day will not make sense to the government now?
What I have learned over the years across the world is lack of moral courage on the part of our leaders, advisors. If there's, I'm writing my memoirs, almost out in 2 months time to be out.
Yeah.
I don't. What do you call it? I don't follow the crowd. In other words, I'm an independent-minded person. The fact that there are 100 people going this way and one person going this way means that 100. You join 100. This is Ghanaian, but not necessarily that they are doing the right thing. And our leaders, not only in Ghana or Africa as a whole, or even the world, even in America, the president does something. I said, but this man, what is he doing? Those who are full, can't they see that the man is not doing the right thing? So what I'm saying is that here, these people, they may not be right, but they've got views that they may be useful to you running the country. Today, I have some coins in my pocket. This house you are sitting in, I spent less than 50 pence. You won't believe me. And I
built this house?
This house here. I built it.
You spent less than 50 pence?
Yes. And I can explain to you why I spent less than 50 pence. And but I built all these schools in Southern Kenya. How did I get the money from? I mean, not long ago, the headmistress of Maurice Secondary School, I went there, spent so much money, built so much for them, because the situation was so bad. And I left it. Of course, I retired, left the scene. The headmistress called me and said, General, our water was broken down. I guess I have no water to. How can girls live without water? Build them a borehole, build them tanks, and build them public place of convenience. Everything I did for them. But once, and I spent 3,000 cedis to buy a new pump which has been fixed. We don't care enough. And I don't know why we don't care enough. And mainly because, and I think that from my own background, what our parents did to us affected our attitude in life. If you saw poverty, poverty hurts me like a bullet. My wife had a flower shop. The flower shop doesn't work. There's nobody buys anything. But instead of sacking the girls, I'm sharing my salary with them. And I can't sack them. Because of the nature of my life. Not all of us are like that. But if the state, the government cared enough, and to me, it should be a policy to listen. And again, party politics. I don't know what they're doing is any good. What they do in America even any good. They are fighting among themselves, not caring for the issues facing the people. They are not. The NPP are fighting NDC to come to power to better their own lives, not to better Ghana for everybody. And the reverse is the same. So, it's going to be a difficult struggle. The youth, we're talking about them, they don't know where they are. They don't even care. They are in complete chaos. But do they even think about their future? Do they worry about it? Today, I've seen many government places of employment. Then I see the cars people are driving. I say, but I have a car. I don't know what it matters. I have a car. Most of my cars here, I have plenty of cars here. I'm 4 or 5, 50 years old. People ask whether I'm mad. I said, look, I cannot go and buy a new car. I just want to buy an old car. There are things I can spend my money on, not buying cars. Let's make sure people who are unemployed, I've got something to do, if I can help. Rather than going to buy a new Land Cruiser. So why did I buy Land Cruisers for the military? No, I will not do it. I'll invest the money. Achampon came to power. Yes, I don't know whether you ever met Achampon. The ordinary officer. He wasn't one of the, one of the top ones, like Afifa, Akufu, and others. He wasn't like that. But even him, see what he did. The army rallied behind him, supported him, and did so much. Today, they're all doing politics. We're not getting anywhere.
So is it because it's partisan politics? Are you more comfortable with, or you trust like a military rule? You'll be more comfortable with a military leader who was focused and what's...
I hate military governments.
You hate military governments?
I don't like it at all. It's not our job to run the country. Our job is to defend the country.
It's not the job of the military to run the country. Yes. They have to defend it. Yes. Okay.
Against external aggression, not internal aggression. Therefore, that's for the police. But unfortunately, those who came to in 1977, to answer your question, 77, our chief of staff, Akufu, was the chief of defense staff, working closely to him. Then at one of the advisory council meetings, Mr. Advisory Council, advising the president, the army government, how to run the country, there were difficulties. I don't know whether you ever met General Joshua Hamidu, very close to him. We are the intelligence. We understand the dangers of what we're doing, but we were brave enough to speak our mind. At the meeting, we said the military should think about evacuating power. Get out of power and let the civilians run the country. Somebody told Achampon. Achampon was angry. All that he did was to try and fire me. Go to Idi Amin, was the president of Uganda. I should become ambassador to Uganda and work with Idi Amin if I have anything to do.
So they sent you to Uganda?
Yes.
When you requested they did hand over?
No. Well, he started to go to Uganda. Then General Akufu, he was a soldier. He wasn't there. He was my immediate boss. The moment he came, it was in Britain, came the next day or something, I went to him and said to him what I've just told you. And I said I wasn't going to move an inch. He needed to support me to stay. If he didn't support me, I would resign. I would have resigned. I would have resigned. Because I saw June 4th coming. I could see June, because the military had changed. We have been infiltrated by corruption, so I felt very uncomfortable.
So you knew there was going to be some upheaval?
No, I mean...
No, I'm talking about June 4th.
he should have, when he heard this, he should have called me. Those harvest. I knew him very well. Now, why do you think we should go? And I'll tell him my peace of mind. He may like it, he may not like it. But try and throw me away, out as if the problem would have gone with the problem. No. The youth of this country, the army was getting corrupt here and there. And the youth were agitating. I was then intelligence. I could understand this. I could feel it. So I advised him, get this thing, get out. Let's go away. Do our traditional jobs. No. I didn't go. So in 1978, the military, with me being chief of some money to hook him out of the seat, push him out. Akufu became, that is the
SMC.
the Palace School in 1978. And the idea wasn't against, against Champa as a person, against the military institution in government. They want to get out of government. If you want to get into politics, put the uniform down, put on some batakari, and join the NPP or NDC. But don't wear the uniform and do politics. I didn't believe in that. This is what we learned when I was in Britain. The military, the moment we landed, I went to Britain in 1961. The following week, I took her to the House of Commons to see Parliament at work. Had the coffee across along the banks of the River Thames with the opposition, Labour and the Conservative Party and other members of Parliament to tell us the job was for politicians, not for soldiers. So, no, I don't believe the military in politics. If you want to get into politics, I wouldn't want to. Well, I tried it and it put some sour thing in my mouth. It was dirty. I joined the NPP I came up from Britain 1993. For the election 1996, I stood for the election. There was too much corruption. I hated it. The army is a clean job. The good army is wonderful.
Quickly, because you did have some relationship with the PNDC before you resigned.
When Rawlings took power in 1979, June 4th, it's another terrible period. Then they made me chief of defense staff, appointed me. They've slaughtered all the whole top. So I was one of those that are available and appointed chief of defense staff when they left office in September 1979. Liman came to power, also chose to kick us out. The Rawlings came back in 1981, December 31st, and removed Liman. We've been in all kinds of mess. But I'm saying the lessons of this mess, we haven't learned them. If you don't learn lessons, you will jump into the mess again if you don't take care. So then in 1982, after I saw the PNDC come on, I got out. But because I've never liked the military in politics.
Why did you join the PNDC?
I didn't join them. Ghana was in a mess. Rawlings had taken over from Liman. There were no solid military officers in the army. The army beckoned for me. For the sake of my country, I couldn't turn my back and say, to hell with you. Some did, but I didn't do it. So I joined in there to try to straighten. When the military is a wonderful profession, when you get people like Sergeant Akatapori, this Sergeant Corporal, the level of our intelligence is much higher. You couldn't sit down with these people and work with them. But for the sake of the country, I said, look, hang around there, don't go away, save Ghana. So by June, when they killed these judges, an army officer, I said, enough is enough.
Was that what made you resign?
Yes. I made up my mind to go. And by October, the mess had actually become a flood. The mess is now a flood. And then there was all kinds of things happening. So on 27th of November 1982 was my letter in my bedroom, got up and then I'm gone. I left. Because what do I want? I want a stable country, a country properly run, so that I'm not a selfish person. I want people to live in comfort. I mean, this is a very modest place, which I built myself at no cost, So, once a while, some officers, I don't want to get too too closer to the military. Because, I speak my mind, and I'll say something some idiot is going to say, because General said this, then there's a reaction to this. I don't want this nonsense.
Okay.
So that is why I got out of the then until I came back. I went to Britain for 10 years. Came back, and then joined with Atamils. I didn't know him before. He was a good man. General Babua. Give me help.
Yeah, because you were the National Security Advisor for Atamils.
Atamils, that's right. I didn't know him. If I knew President Akufo-Addo more than Akufo-Addo was a friend of mine. I joined the NPP not because I loved it, because I couldn't join the NDC.
Why?
I left. You resigned from them. Why? How come I joined them?
Okay.
I couldn't join them because I wanted to go independent candidates. But you'd be wasting your time fighting politics, independent candidates. So I joined the NPP, which I did. So when Atamils came on the scene and Lawrence was leaving after his 7 years mandatory 8-year term, Atamils, I met him in this very house. Was a wonderful man. What I've also learned that sometimes these people who are wonderful don't stay for too long. As a Christian, Christ should have said more than the ministry only 3 years, and the Jews thought of accusing him and crucifying him. So I don't understand how this is happening, but they do happen. So God took him away. James came to finish off Atamils. He then said 2012 whatever, but finish it off. But then didn't like us to serve with him anymore for some reason. But I understand. Life is just if you get old enough in this game, as some of us have, and you study people like many presidents, Kennedy, Nixon, and others, you learn a lot of things. Nixon had a problem. They was forced to resign. The first president, only president I know of who was forced to resign and go out because they were going to have to impeach him. And it's something he said when there was the heat was on him, and he said, the moment you are born, without being your fault, some people are going to dislike you. But don't take note of that. Don't get angry. It's not your fault. And there's nothing they can do against you. Only when you get angry with them, then you harm yourself. You harm yourself by getting angry. And I learned a lot. This is true. If I'm angry with KSM, KSM is sleeping, having some glass of beer or something, and I'm angry, fighting on my bed, thinking about him. You say, no, don't think about him. So when in this long life, you get obstacles along the way, hips here and there. When you get them, take them in your right. Don't get angry over them. So when James says, look, the whole team of Atamils and the secretary, Nunoo-Mensah, Mr. Newman, Tony Edwin, many others were just pushed out. It didn't bother me because if somebody doesn't like working with you, it's not necessarily your fault. It's just there's no chemistry between you, and that is all. And I take it. So I move on, So I move on, and what did I do with myself? Begin to look at society, the youth of this country. The state is not able to provide them with all that they need. So what can you do? Take on these schools in Saban, Kunyaku, Winnipeg. Spend a lot of my time building 6-7 school blocks. I asked, where did you get the money from? I never took 1% from anybody. But one thing again that you learn when in my generation, from the background coming from, you are taught honesty. Honesty, you practice it, become part of your life. Because I remember in 1969, I was in Canada studying, doing a course there. It was 68, rather, 1969. And I was the first Ghanaian to go there to study. So there was no record of how I should be treated money-wise. And he called me to the pay office and said, look, sir, this money is your money, but a lot of dollars. I said, from where? So this is your pay and allowances. I knew they were more than I should get. Today, Ghanaian would even ask for more. But because of the way we've been brought up.
So you actually taught the offer was too much.
No, it wasn't right. It was too much.
It wasn't right.
No, it was too much. It was too much. It was wrong. It was dollar. It's not serious. Today, Ghanaian man, he will take it.
He will even double it.
But the point I'm making is that when we are brought up from that background, my father's house, the door was never locked. He sent to go and buy something. He won't give you money. You go to his bedroom, leave the pillow, take money, go and buy what you were asked to go and buy. Take it and take the balance back to where you took the money from. When you are trained like that, you know how to steal. No, you don't know. You don't know how to do it. So that's some of the things that at least my generation, I'm not saying that we're all angels. We're not angels. There were some criminals.
That was the upbringing that you got used to.
Yes. So that's a lesson that I believe that, unfortunately, today, unfortunately, not only in Ghana, but the whole world is in crisis. Honesty is an issue. The things I hear and see on television, I don't want to believe them. But and I ask myself, how did your world change to become like this? But it's not happening in Ghana alone. It happens everywhere.
Recently, for example, I think the FBI picked up somebody who is alleged to be a fraudster in Ghana. I think the name is Abu Trika, and apparently defrauded people in America to the tune of 8 million. And so the FBI has arrested, I think, Yuko, came through Yuko. The bottom line is that, so they have picked this guy up and been taken to the US for trial. And when you look at the online, people seem upset that he's a youth, there's no job. Why don't we allow him to fraud? Even if it's fraud, it's okay, there's no job. And I just want to pick your mind to where the world is at now. That even something that is deliberately called criminality is being defended by people saying, so what? Why folks stole much money from Africa? So Abu Trika has defrauded. Why not?
Why worry? Why leave him alone?
Leave him alone.
Yeah, and I think that attitude is coming because around them they can see criminality of those in charge. So why don't we also become criminals like them?
So that's the natural thing they're saying.
Yes, because if those who are supposed to make life easier for me are mismanaging my life, they are mismanaging. I don't want to talk about individual, but when I'm in this country and I am told, I passed somewhere near the Cantonment police station, post office yesterday, and the driver told me, sir, these are the houses that Akufo-Addo built for the judges when they were going to build the new cathedral. And the judges, he was telling me, the judges didn't have any complaint because they were going to enjoy the benefit of that. I said, well, because I will enjoy, I should help to kill Ghana. How? No,
so, in effect, it didn't bother them that the whole area had been decimated.
Yes.
Because, hey, after all, we will get new buildings.
Yes.
So why worry?
Then those that are suffering, and the many are suffering, if you tell me people are not suffering, you're like, people are really going through hell. And I have no sympathy if a criminal is arrested. This is the thing. But you have people who are clean. You can talk about the Nkrumah. I worked like a young officer in Nkrumah in those days. There were a few, one or two who were not. No.
But they were the exceptions to the rule, not the rule.
A man like Archie Kisley Hayford. When I was going, I said, this man, I want to grow up like him. Was a lawyer. He was only, a well-educated person among them. Archie Kisley Hayford. And I said, I want to be like that. I wanted to be like this man. Today, whom do you want to be? Everybody's stealing money. So
it's a norm.
When I look at America today, this war in Ukraine is all about money. It's sad, and there's so much suffering. Look at Sudan. Look at the killing going on there. Look at Gaza. There was a storm, and their rooms, which are made of tents, are all flooded. Ask my wife, so if you were there, where will you sleep? No, we have no humanity left in us anymore. And so those who are also, why don't you also join them and destroy the whole place? What I sit and be like like an angel. When those who are supposed to make my life better are helping to destroy my life.
So
then
basically, I like how you describe it. There's no humanity anymore.
There's a book. I know what I gave you a copy.
I'll
give you a copy.
We'll look at
Yes.
You've written a book on the legacy of humanity,
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
So there's no humanity anymore.
No.
Because very recently, I think there was this disastrous hurricane that hit Jamaica and Cuba.
Yes.
And I think the government of Ghana has made some donation to help.
Yes.
And there's a whole group of people that are very upset.
Yes.
That why are you supporting?
Yes.
This is what you're talking about.
Well, even here, did Ghana send not only money but human beings as well? I don't know.
Yeah.
Send some soldiers.
Soldiers, yeah.
To assist.
I
heard this. I have no problem with helping out, but sometimes when you want to do good, see how that goodness is also dished out. Do you have to send soldiers there, all the way there, to go and how many soldiers? I don't know how many they send. I have no problem with the money. I have no problem with that. But to send the human to go there, I don't know. There are various viewpoints. What I'm saying is that in democracy, let's have free exchange of views and ideas, and pick the best out of the lot. That will solve the issue that we are dealing with. But if you look at Ghana, and from what I see, I lost two relations not long ago, 2-3 weeks ago. My younger brother's older son just died. I had to do the burial. Then another one. And then when I look at the family and the poverty from where they are coming from, I ask myself, if you are not there, how would they manage? It's terrible. So when we are given power in Africa, anywhere in the world, think of those that down the heap. You on top of the heap. What about those who are down the heap? All your weight is on that person. But this is why that person become hardened. So when they are hardened, understand why they are hardened. That's something you don't see too. You are buying Land Cruisers without seeing the way you are buying. You buy 4-wheel drive vehicles all over the place when they can't get cassava to eat. This is where you are getting this reaction from the poor.
What should be done? So shouldn't the poor, for example, say, okay, let me find out how I can work hard to buy a V8 in the future, if that's so important to you? Should you be angry that somebody had...
Should you be angry?
Yes.
I was as poor as people are talking about, but I was never angry. I was as poor as the people we are talking about.
But look at you now, General.
No, I'm just answering a question. So how did I behave as opposed to today?
Yes.
I used to walk from Yahoo Clinic. I had a cousin staying the Troll Bush. Walk in the morning. He was working at Elang near Makola. Elang near Brewery. I had to walk there, this distance. Trotro, just to get Trotro, trippings. I would rather walk. I was so poor that I walk rather than take Trotro. That's why there was no money. So I work hard to manage my life. It was hard for everybody. I remember very well. See, this KSM, it's a very strange. If you live long, like some of us have lived long, you see many things. Things happen in your life, and then you understand how and why they happen. You never understand. In 1950, early 59, I didn't go to school. I was working to just save money to pay my fees in school. I got to school, I was 20 years old. Then a letter was written by 3 of us, myself, Ububa, I don't know what is dead or alive, for sure it's in New York. Anonymous letter to Nkrumah complaining about the state of our school. And it was hard. Luckily, my mother was there. My mother would cook fufu. I did 1 meal a day. Then I would call on my cooks, my organized, come and eat something. I did have 1 meal. Then we would eat. Then I went to Nkrumah complaining about the state of the school. Nkrumah did something which I will never forget. Within 7 days, 10 days, there was rumor in the school that some boys had written to the school to Nkrumah to complain about the school. It wasn't just complaining about our suffering. And Nkrumah reacted, sent this woman from one of the secondary schools St. Louis or something in Kumasi, Mrs. Gibson. Gibson came to school there with orders to change the school around. And Nkrumah, if you knew Nkrumah didn't have time for messing around. If I had a job to be done, it would be done. This woman within days changed the whole school around. People were trying to harm her. So holidays, I was quite brilliant with my mathematics. She loved me, and I'm from Winnipeg. So I used to stay in the school, live in the living room while she was in the bedroom. Then one morning, Saturday morning, I had just done the job, going home and come back in the afternoon or in the evening. And she asked me a question I never understood. She said, Nunoo-Mensah, I said, yes, ma'am. He said, who pays your school fees? I swear, I was not sleeping, thinking about the school fees. I never opened my mouth. And I said, my mother paid my school fees. So, mother, what did she do for a living? I said, she sold ordinary foodstuffs in the market. That's what she does. And she pays her school fees. She knew I was not telling the truth. I did every work to save every person
to
go to secondary school. So, and society was there. And Nkrumah did everything. Brought this woman took me to Accra. He said, your mother, Monday morning, bring your mother to my house at 8 o'clock. I will take her to Accra and get you a scholarship. And she did. But in her own car, that's how I got to where I am today. So is it because of my mother's goodness, which also, was translated to me? What happened? They're difficult. There are many things in my life that are strange. But people in those days cared. Today we don't care. So the anger among the boys. June 4th, the people were very angry.
Yeah.
They were angry. They were very angry.
Yeah.
They killed almost generals because they were angry with life. And you have one, a whole circle.
Yeah.
People are angry today.
Yeah.
When I buy Land Cruiser, they will get angry. They are hungry if I buy Land Cruiser. Why? So why they're angry, I understand the anger. I mean, I don't agree with them, but I can understand it. Why they're angry? And one of these days, people who are, my wife has a shop at Danko Circle. 2 ladies work there. Nobody, this week I've sold not one cedi. My salary, my pension, I share with them. One of these I said, enough is enough. And how are they going to live? It's hard. So when I'm in power, don't think we are here for yourself. We are here for society to make that better for them. But it's not happening. That's why we have this problem. And if we don't take care, June 4th will repeat itself.
Because of the level of frustration.
Yes.
And I think because you have talked, currently that's like the direction of the youth, and everybody is worried about the youth. I was talking a few minutes ago about how they were even glorifying criminality.
Yes.
Yes. But strangely enough, they are still. We run a hotel now, and there's this guy who works at this as a security guard, and I engaged him in conversation, and he says he has to make money so that he can put himself through school. Apparently, he wants to study media or whatever. But I was so impressed. I thought these were things of the past, that back in the day. So for all the youth that are right now so dedicated and so conscious, this guy was telling me, I have to take this job because I have to pay myself through school. So I was surprised to learn that,
There are individuals like that.
So for all individuals like that, please keep it up, man, because that's how the world is. But it's becoming like now individuals like that are more an exception to the rule. The rule is more of those who think that shall I rip somebody off if you can, there's no time waiting.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
If I was born like today rather than 90 years ago, I would never have made to where I am today. Nobody would try to even push you a little bit. If I went through the whole life, things happen, and I want to believe that there is God. But sometimes when I see things happen, I say, but this God, can't you see the harm being done to children and do something about it?
Yeah.
So my own faith is even challenged.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian, but this Christianity, this is what Christ came to preach against.
I think Christ was hoping, I don't know, I think Christ was hoping that he's set an example for which everybody who calls themselves a Christian or anybody who calls
We'll
themselves...
do likewise.
Do likewise. Go out and help.
Go and do likewise.
But yeah,
If
people
you
have just
are
decided, no, that's not my business. If he's suffering, let him suffer.
Unfortunately, sadly, unfortunately, it became the norm rather than the exception.
Yes. Okay, before I go, the general has a book that's going to be coming out. Not yet,
Yes.
but it is about to.
In 2 months' time.
In 2 months' time, it will be out. But this is just like sort of like you know how they call appetizer coming soon. Cinema comedies, and it's called A Legacy of Service to Humanity.
Yes.
And this really tells us about his life and how it was committed to the service of humanity.
Yes.
You know, and you've done a few of things. I opened up by saying you built a police station all by yourself. Is it like Kwenyakun?
That's Kwenyakun.
Yeah, you built
a police station.
Police station.
A school at Aguna Sabah.
Yes.
Mori Secondary School.
Okay.
I built a whole block.
Yes.
Named after me, Nunoo-Mensah house. You know, all this was done to glorify God and to save mankind. And this will continue with his life. A publication that will spell out all the hell the general had done since he was born. It's all about goodness.
When is the book coming out?
2 months' time.
In 2 months.
On the 20th of February.
Okay. We're going to know that, and we're going to have one interview just before the book comes out.
That's right. Talk about the book.
Yeah, we have to talk about the book.
That's right.
Because honestly, you said something in the course that sometimes there are things that you see that even makes you question God. That by God, where were you? You know.
When people
and
are
I'm thinking, if we do what we are supposed to do,
that's right.
If we claim to be Christians,
That's right.
Muslims, everything followers of God, then there's a major instruction.
That's right.
Service to God is service to humanity.
That's right. That's right.
So if anybody's seeing lack of service to humanity, it's just that we have disregarded God.
Yes.
But you took it upon yourself to service humanity.
Yes.
And I want to commend
you.
you.
By so doing, I am serving God.
Yes. And so we'll talk again before the book is launched.
That's right.
I think every Ghanaian should get a copy of this book. I think this should be required reading for all SHS students, for university students. Please read it.
Yes.
And understand something.
Yes.
That the whole life is about service to humanity. Nothing else. So, General, congratulations.
Thank you. God bless you, especially the young people. Young people. I've been younger than before, with nothing. But I managed to struggle, to catch crabs and sell them to pay school fees and do everything possible to survive. So they shouldn't give up hope. There is hope. If you give up hope, then there's no pointless living without hope.
Yeah, if you give up hope, living is pointless.
Yes.
So keep hope alive.
Yes.
And keep the struggle on.
That's right.
It is possible.
Yes. It is possible. When the general can become who he is, you go to Sandhurst, the topmost army school in the world. I am telling you.
And you graduated.
And you the cane is there. There's a cane there.
Yeah.
Put up with inscription, the best officer cadet.
Yes. A fisherman's son.
A fisherman's son.
From Gold Coast somewhere.
Yes, and these people from across the world.
Yes.
Not only Ghana, Nigeria, across, and then he's adjudged to be the best.
Yeah.
Adjudged. I didn't know this. I had no hand in it. And when they said they have adjudged you, they are genuine. They mean what they are saying. They check, it's not just, they check your mentality, physically, militarily. You are assessed all around. They come out with the accolade, the best overseas officer cadet. But that must be great. I thank God for that.
That is awesome. Show him some love for that, man. So, General, thank you so much. Actually, I feel very, very privileged to sit across from you.
I'm on it too.
Oh, the honor is mine, more than you. and hear such wisdom. And that you are telling me by sharing with the whole world.
Yes.
We are online and we are all over the world.
Yes.
And I know that many people who have listened have been inspired by you.
Thank God.
Keep up the good work and keep up the legacy that you have left to serve humanity. Keep it up.
Thank God.
Okay, people. And this is, like I said, our last Unfiltered episode for this year. But we'll be back soon I was going to say next year, but it's all just next month.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much.
And we're coming back with the big bang.
Yes.
So stay tuned.
That's right.
And be loyal
That's right.
to Unfiltered, because once you're there, we are here. And as the general has said, never give up hope.
Never.
There's no point in life
That's
when
right.
you grow up without hope.
Definitely. Even if it's a hopeless hope.
Yes.
If it's a hopeless hope without hope.
Keep hope alive. And on that note, see you soon again on Unfiltered. Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you.
Remember when I turned 50, I did this show, it was called KS number 50. That was KS number 50. Now, the favorite show I did since KS number 50 was called The Secret of G8 Girls.
Very soon you'll be in a car and you are going, yes, nufo.
I'm 69. But even at 69, I've come up with a new brilliant show. Yeah, friend, Old Age is a Rascal. And it's coming to you live from the Cactus Creek. And it's happening on the 25th, 26th, and the 27th of December. Old Age is a Rascal. You can't miss this. It starts with a lunch buffet. Starts at 1, and then about 4:30, we take a break, and you come and see the special. Old Age is a Rascal. And the number to call is 055 039 5007.